Hey there, this is how to disassemble a Milwaukee Fastback 48-22-1500 specifically. So to start, you're going to want to take the blade out because I've definitely forgot and you don't want to like cut yourself. So what you're going to need, you're going to need a Phillips in order to take off this one. You're going to need a Torx, I believe it's a T6, yeah, Torx T6 in order to take off screw here, and a screw here. And lastly, you're gonna need two Torx T10s. So, and like a screwdriver. So I'm specifically using the Klein Tools 65-200. I really enjoy using this thing. I like it. So let's get started. I like to start with a Phillips number 2 to take off this clip. Pretty simple. Take that off, that goes there. Next, I'm gonna take this off. So I'm gonna reach for both of my T10s and I'm gonna stick one here like that, and I'm gonna stick the other over here. Just a heads up, one side is gonna, if this is an unmolested fastback, only one side is gonna come off easily. The other side, you're gonna need heat. It'll come off, it's just takes a little more work. So we take off that T10, then we're gonna move on to the T6s. These are pretty easy, just unscrew them like this. Obviously, if you're watching this, you probably know how to unscrew, so you can just leave that out. It's just one of those filler words or filler sentences. Okay, that goes there like that, and then like that. All right, now you can see a bit of the meat of her. So when you first take it apart, you'll see that there's this metal plate. It comes off pretty easily, so just like that. It's a metal plate separate from the plastic. You're also gonna want to look out for this little metal pin right here. It's pretty important because it keeps the knife from folding back on itself. If you remove it or if you lose it, you're pretty screwed because the knife is going to do that. Make sure you don't lose that. Next, we have the like actual trigger mechanism. So we can slide this out along with what holds the blade, and you can see there's a copper washer. Put this over there, put this over there. And then this one I was having some trouble getting it off last time. We'll come back to that. To get this off, we're gonna need heat. Now, in order to get it off, I like hemostats so I can get some distance on it, some pliers, your T10, in my case I'm using this setup, and lastly, I like a propane torch. What I like to do is hit the heat. Let's see if we focus. Andale. There we go. I like to hit my heat right on that little nubbin sticking out. Focus. Right there. So that's what I'm going to do. Ignition. And again, I'm going to just hit the heat right there. It's probably good. I typically don't have to hold it on for too long. Make sure it's off. I'm gonna grab that. Grab this. Make sure I'm in the correct direction. I am not. And let's see if we can get her to come out. Whoops. For the sake of transparency, I was unable to get this one off. But as you can see, all of these other ones are ones that I was able to disassemble. So I had to revert to one of these. All right. So here's what's supposed to happen. We grab this. Again, it's a T10, and it just comes off like easy. But anyway, probably one moment I'm going to cut to all the parts assembled here in a organized manner if you care to look. Alrighty, so once you have your fastback taken apart, it's going to look like this. These are your little mid plates. They are what give your fastback rigidity and stiffness and let stuff work. Here are the plastic bodies that, if I'm being honest, and I'm going to replace them with these. So, let's see. Oh, I got them in the wrong orientation. So when you're reassembling, this is how your Fastback gets put back together. This one, which has a little spring, goes on this side with the little pocket cut out of it. That lines up with this little nubbin, lines up with that, and then there's a little thing that sticks out right here, and that's going to line up with this hole right here. Let me get a point. This hole right there. Okay, so this goes like that and like that, right? Then this one goes on the other side, like so. Then I like to take this little pin and I like to put it into this hole right here before I assemble anything else. This is the actual knife mechanism. And what I like to do is take this and it goes in this orientation. So with this little like hat is gonna go toward this piece. There's like a little, if you can see it in there, there's like a little ridge that kind of holds onto it. So this is gonna go, actually I should put this together. So I like to take these, so you're gonna take your T10 and this little thing that your knife blade rotates on. And I like to put this like that. Put this through like so, through the hole in the back. And take your pin or your teddy bag, give it a backward spin, get it to line up, and tighten her up. So get it lined up, tightened. Okay, cool. That goes like that. Then you take one of your copper washers, copper washer, the knife assembly, like so. And I like to get this lined up to where, because this, in order for this to open up, this goes in like that, and you can see it like it's like spring action, right? So I like to line that up. That's gonna stick up a little bit, but that's okay. Once it gets tightened down, everything will be fine. Then I like to get that, and I like to put that like that. And then I'm gonna take this plate and I'm just gonna sandwich everything together. So it's gonna look like this. This is what it looks like once it's all assembled. And that gets everything lined up in place for you to put this like that, right? With the knife in this position, I like to grab my other T10 and I like to take it and put it right. Did I lose it? Uh-oh. Let's try this again. I like to grab it, take it, put it there, and screw it into place. And all this is doing is just kind of keeping everything together in line for a moment. Then I like to take my T6s, which are right here, grab it, and start screwing her in, like so. Like that. Like that. And like that. Okay, that's all tight. And last thing, get your Phillips number 2, and this goes in right there into that bit right. No, let's try this again. That like that, that like that, and then screw down. Like so. A little note about this is you do not want this screw head. Let's get this to focus. You do not want that screw to protrude too far in there because then this won't open nicely. Once you're done, it should open very easily. And there you go. That is how you disassemble and reassemble a Milwaukee Fastback. Milwaukee Fastback 4822 1500. Thank you for watching.